r/ask Reddit. What will survive 2020 but won't be nearly as popular? Cruises. For what it's worth, cruise ships have always been incubators for creeping crud. I've been on 20 plus cruises over the years and caught colds on a third of them. YMMV, of course. Why do you keep going on them? To buy timeshares. Going into the office to work. My remote desktop connection lags behind while typing, crashes constantly, and disconnects multiple times a day. I'm still getting more done than in the office, partly because I've managed to convince everyone that my microphone is broken so no one tries to speak to me. You are a genius. This whole thread would be so surreal to anyone 4 months ago. Yes, it's so weird to think about that. For most people, it's washing your hands. Unfortunately, I think you're right. Even without coronavirus, there's all kinds of other nasty diseases that people could avoid spreading if they'd just keep their grubby little mitts a bit less grubby. Buffet restaurants. I could imagine the food being behind glass panels and an employee putting it on your plate becoming much more common. Might bump up costs a little though, so the cheap buffet restaurants may struggle. My local Chinese buffets certainly have enough employees on a day-to-day basis to make the transition without hiring more employees, although they're all independently owned and operated, so it may be different in the big chains. The real answer is anti-vaxxers. You have an overly optimistic view of irrational people, I think. Handshakes. I've been trying to popularize the Demolition Man handshake. Turns out not nearly as many people as I thought have seen that movie. My doctor has started encouraging all his patients to do the Vulcan salute instead, and I am here for it. Live long and prosper, mother duckers. Staycations. My husband and I are both shift workers and don't get a lot of time off together. Once a year we take a 2-3 week staycation that includes our wedding anniversary and just hang out at home together with the cats, watching movies and eating junk food. It's pretty much my favorite part of the year. Essential workers. Edit. Wow, first comment with more than 100 upvotes. And my first ever gold and silver. This is the real answer. Sad but true. Everyone forgets by the moment this is over. No real actions will be taken. People applaud at 9 in the evening to pay their respects or put a candle for 24H as their profile picture to ease their conscience, thinking they have done something. But nothing happens. Even now. Coronavirus. I'm not joking, lol. It'll survive 2020 but not killing as many people makes it less popular. Toilet paper. Bidets see their chance in the US market. American here that got one about 3-4 months ago. Everyone I tell thinks I'm crazy. Coughing. Coughing is going to be frowned upon for a very long time. Not sure coughing was ever popular. Can confirm. Air travel. The more companies see how much they can do with virtual meetings and such, the more they can decide that this can be a huge money saver when things get better. I get this, and I think it'll be true in some cases. However, I think in the majority of cases this will just highlight the limitations of remote meetings for many people. Honestly, teleconferences kinda suck. Virgin Airlines. Seriously, a boss who owns private islands asking his entire staff to take 8 weeks unpaid leave. Richard Branson stripped himself of all his cool boss cred in an instant. Branson's been an absolute shitterhawk since he branched out beyond a record label. Carol Baskin. Hopefully places like Myrtle Beach Safari and Jeff Lowe's new Oklahoma Zoo will suffer drastically. Probably as there is an arrest warrant out for Jeff Lowe. Celebrities. This crisis has shown the world just how insignificant most of them are. Edit. Thank you for my first ever award, kind stranger. I can't get over that ducking Imagine music video. Thing is, at least with Gal Gadot anyway, I can see that for a lot of people their involvement might actually have been carried out with the best of intentions. They actually thought they would help by doing this. That if the poor masses could only see them, the wonderful celebrities, standing in their gigantic gardens and mansions and singing a song about hope, with zero relation to the current pandemic at all, that they would be inspired out of difficulty. Like, no, you earn millions of dollars and you're bleaching about having to get locked inside your huge house with your private pool. Ducking, donate some money to hospitals and food banks. JFC. It's even a bigger FU to the average person when you actually look at the lyrics of the song. Like, even if there wasn't a pandemic going on, some of the most privileged and wealthy people on the planet are singing a song about imagining if we didn't have the very systems that these people have used to become wealthy. Imagine no possessions. The song is literally about imagining if the people at the top weren't greedy ducks. Yet this exact demographic are the ones who are singing it. The scariest thing about this mess is that these people don't even realize how ironic the entire situation is. It's almost as though wealth and success in our society doesn't mean that you are better/smarter than everyone else. Businesses, large and small, that took actions the internet population deemed wrong during COVID. I won't get into. No need. Edit. Interesting replies Reddit. Don't forget the good businesses. The belief that our government has our vested interests at heart. As a New Zealander, I think the opposite has happened and it has made gov more popular. I would love for Western countries to keep the habit of wearing masks when sick. Or just staying the duck home. It always irritated me when co-workers came to work sick. Thank a lack of paid sick leave for that, to be honest. Sharing beverages. Making fun of preppers. My best friend's dad is a Cold War era survivalist. He has a bunker somewhere up in Canada. Like that type of survivalist. He gave us these 2 giant vats of rice and beans one time. I swear they are like 100 pounds each and they're sealed pretty good. The guy is a lunatic, but at least we have rice and beans. The prank YouTube channels. We can only hope. Corona prank gone wrong. Gone sexual. To be fair though, there's a couple of good-natured prank videos on that site that were absolutely hilarious. Like the drive-through skeleton pranks by Magic of Rahat. I'm worried about movie theaters. They've been struggling for a while, and with them losing so much revenue and companies doing early home releases now, I'm worried they will be a thing of the past in a few years. Which makes me sad because I love going to the movies. It's the only extroverted thing I like doing. Like, why even date if we can't go see a movie? Uber Eats. Normally it's so expensive, but with them waiving delivery fees and nobody wanting to go in public, people will overeat there and ruin their appetite forever. On a similar note, I think Zoom is going to be the MySpace BlackBerry of video conferencing. I suspect another company will sweep in after all this, maybe finding a way to make it a bit more professional, maybe just make it feel different. Dat ass after you've been sitting on the couch for 2 months. Movie theaters. Man, I can't wait to hit the big screen and sit in one of the puffy, reclining chairs again. GameStop. I doubt it'll survive. Maybe the stores might get bought out by someone else with the name kept, but the current GameStop as we know it is done. Not taking a walk with your entire family. I have never seen as many families going on walks as I have since this whole thing started. Mega packaged toilet paper bundles purchased in bulk. Nah, if anything those will be way more popular, along with bulk sale stores like Costco and Sam's Club in general. Coronavirus memes. Licking doorknobs on other planets is illegal. Living beyond one's means. I'd like to believe this is true, but people just keep going and going. Look at the 2008 financial crisis. I think the problem is bailouts quite rightly save people from disaster, but as a consequence people just don't realize how close things got to going very bad for them. Treating retail employees, especially grocery store and restaurant workers, like garbage. Obviously there will still be those a-holes who keep doing that, but hopefully the majority of people will learn a lesson and treat these employees much better. Makeup. I don't know that I'm going to go back to clogging my skin with foundation after going so long without. Celebrity virtue signaling. It's already on the way out, along with extremely ostentatious displays of wealth and vanity. I am glad they support the environment, but they need to stop with the extreme spending and donate their own damned money. Don't beg for funds from people much worse off than them. Also, love those stay-at-home messages from their luxury villas. Except for Arnold, and only because I like the donkey hanging out in the house. Gym memberships. A lot of people have bought their own equipment to set up home gyms now that their gyms are closed, and maybe even following some remote programming. Many will realize they live the convenience of working out at home and it will save them money in the long run. Whoa, You made it to the end, you're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.